one of the things I'm about, you know this, I'm about being a man of integrity.
On November 29th, 2013, JMMI paid over $6,000 to Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
And I have always been integral with God's money.
2013 and 14, JMMI spent over $30,000 in your clothes. Does that sound about right?
What year was that?
13 and 14?
Oh, God, yes, because I was traveling so much and sweating through all my clothes. Exactly. That probably wasn't enough.
I need people who will sow.
What would that be for?
Well, this is for clothes concerning my TV ministry as well.
Or you have to wear Louis Vuitton?
And I've given up everything for this. Amen. So if you want to call me poor, you can do that.
Yes, most likely.
So you don't see that there's any problem when you're ministering to the poor, the sick, the needy, to be appearing in Louis Vuitton and Versace?
And I asked them, I said, all I want is $32,000 to $35,000 of taxable income. That's all. So every year, do you not know, I live off $35,000 a year.
I don't see Macy's.
No, you don't see that, because Macy's don't have the kind of suits that I wear.
And I can't say everything that has happened because of legal matters. We have lawyers working on all of.
You are rocking with the best. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Enough with the BS podcast. As you may know by now, my name is Tyler Butler. This here to the right is my right-hand man, Josh Smith.
Yes, sir.
If you guys are not familiar just by listening to the intro, we're going to be talking about some of these crooked, moonwalking preachers today. But we're going to talk about sports as well because we done took a whole 30 days off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, guys, think about it, though. What was last month? Black History Month. I know some of you guys had no freaking clue there was even a Black History Month. I didn't feel like working last month.
Hey, we do what we want.
Yeah, it was the first time ever I was, allowed to take the entire month off.
There you go. We earned it.
Yeah. We've been busting our balls all year. Why not take the best month off? Yeah.
And it's Black History Month.
Ding,
Makes sense to me.
ding. That equals a month off.
Let's go.
But we're back at it. Sorry we've been, off, guys. The truth is we were sick as hell. I couldn't talk. I mean, we gave it a go. I want to say the week before last. Technical difficulties, but what we do here at Enough with the BS podcast is live.
Push through.
We live, baby. But some of the sports topics, and I mean, within 30 days, of course, some big storylines are going to come out. So before we get into the preachers of LA and the United States, this is a sports show. We're going to talk about some of the best sports topics like Oakley, Shaq, and his beef with JaVale McGee. LeBron finally got his playmaker, Josh.
Yeah.
I guess.
Cavs fans are LeBron sexuals. This isn't 2010. Repeat. This is not 2010.
Yeah, and Colin Kaepernick decided to finally stand his ass back up. So let's get into it, which to me, the number one sports story in the last 30 days, besides Oakley, Magic Johnson is taking over the Lakers. Yeah, that does deserve a hand clap. Smart move by you, Jeannie. But Jeannie is a little bit of a legal battle.
Jim, stop. Stop it, Jim. What are you doing?
She had to file a restraining order on her brothers.
Come on. You had Dan Tony. You had Mike Brown. And who was there last year?
Last year?
Yeah, the Lakers coach. Oh, Byron Scott. Come on, Jim. Come on. Just stop it, man. You failed. You can't do it. Just sit back, collect your money, stop wasting your money on lawyers' fees. You own like 33% of the Lakers. Just chill. Now, what are you doing?
Where did this restraining order even come from?
He's trying to kick her out because she has Dr.
She kicked him out?
No, I mean, she just took... no one can take away his ownership in the Lakers because he's Jerry Buss's son. But Jerry pretty much gave it all to Jeannie. Jeannie has the power. And them two brothers don't like that. And they're trying to sue her to get her kicked out the board of directors and all this extra stuff. Just stop it.
I'm gonna be completely honest because the story came across my phone on Bleacher Report, but I didn't see where it was Jim. I just saw Jeannie file restraining order. And I was like, "What the hell did Phil do?"
It was Jim and I forgot the other brother's name, John, James, something like that.
And I thought Phil was trying to get back to L.A. and get out of New York any way
Phil's
possible.
Phil can quit anytime he wants
Because to transition to that, no, before we do,
Yeah.
as a Lakers fan, what are your expectations for Magic Johnson?
My expectations.
Because he came out the gate swinging
He
with,
did.
with a
He
trade
did.
and
Yeah.
termination. And
Yeah. I mean, first of all, Mitch Kupchak, thank you. You know, your first few years as a Laker, a lot of years. He was, I think, since '99 or something like that. He was a GM. Thank you. I appreciate you. But the last few years, you've been falling off. So Magic had to let you go. We got a new GM, Rob Pelinka, I believe his name is. He's Kobe's agent. Yeah.
How is that going to work out?
I mean, yes, Golden State. That guy was an agent. Bob Myers was an agent.
Awesome.
The GM there, he's got a ring and 2 finals appearances. So hey, hopefully that'll translate to us. But Magic will get some stuff done. He's not gonna sit back and go through this youth renaissance for 10 years or whatever we're trying to do right now. He's gonna make some stars come in. Like when we get a star to come in, they're gonna listen. They're not just gonna be coming in just because.
But what do
They're
you
gonna
guys have to offer for that star? Because that roster is quite horrendous.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, I'm not big on D'Angelo Russell. Everyone knows that. I don't think he'll be. He can be a backup at best. Brandon Ingram, he's a rookie. He's like 19. He weighs 110 pounds. He's shown flashes, but I hate to say this because he's a Duke guy. I don't know if he can be a superstar as well. Like like when you saw Porzingis play last year, when you saw Karl Anthony Towns play, when you see Embiid play, you watching a future superstar. When I see Brandon Ingram play and D'Angelo Russell and Randall, it's like, it's like
mediocre.
Yeah, like I mean, I want them to be so much better, but
Yeah.
it's like I can't say they're superstars.
From one string being to another, Kevin Durant went down with an injury. Does this automatically
No.
propel Cleveland
No,
as
no.
championship? Because a lot of people in ESPN, excuse me, I hate to throw you under the bus, but a lot of people are saying now Cleveland are the favorites.
How? He's out for a month and he'll be back. He's not done for the season. He'll be back.
And what I think people are tend to forgetting right now is Kevin Love is also injured.
Yeah,
So you're going to have 2 superstars.
Coming back.
They're going to the finals, both teams.
yeah. I don't know.
Let's see how, because another rumor that I'm hearing is Golden State is downplaying the injury. And he's really a lot more hurt more seriously than what they are reporting.
Yeah.
Even though they're saying he can come back within a month, it's really maybe a 2-month injury.
Still, there's no rush. I mean, this team is loaded. Like everybody was like, oh, they got all these stars. Oh, they lose one of them. It doesn't mean their chances are just done. They're not the Oklahoma City Warriors here. They got more than Kevin Durant, and I think they can easily get past the first and second round without Durant easily.
You know what I'm going to find very interesting? If Golden State, because currently they're only 2 or 3 games ahead of San Antonio.
Yeah.
If they slip to the number 2 seed, that could be a first round matchup with OKC.
They'll beat them.
They'll beat them, but man, would that be a fun first round series.
Yeah, it would be.
Now, what if there's no Kevin Durant?
They still beat them.
Oklahoma City did pick up a pretty good trade. I love them getting Taj and McDermott. That's an extra shooter. That's another post defender for OKC. Another one, and he kind of gives Draymond fits at times.
Who,
when
Taj?
we used to play Golden State.
Okay. Okay, man.
So it's going to be an interesting matchup. But staying in California, Colin Kaepernick, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on him because I don't think he's worth 2 minutes. But he decided,
Way harsh, Ty.
all of a sudden, a day before, maybe like a week before free agency, that he's going to stand up for the national anthem again. Your thoughts?
I mean, maybe his agent decided that,
Or maybe his poor play decided it. Because it's garbage.
Bad. I mean, everybody thinks he's really trash. And I mean, I wouldn't pick him up. I mean, to start on my team, I wouldn't have anything to do with him. But, I mean, what are they? He's threw like 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He can be a bridge to a young guy or a team just looking to stay afloat. I mean, he ain't gonna win you no Super Bowl. You ain't getting 12 Colin Kaepernick.
Man, all I'm saying is, and I said this on the podcast where we talked about Cap.
Yeah.
Cap to me is an opportunist. Everything just seems to happen at a certain time. Now, the time he decided to stand up for civil rights, all of a sudden, I've never recalled him doing this before.
Yeah.
He was on the verge of losing his job.
Yeah.
To blame garbage.
Blame garbage. Yeah.
And there was a lot of police brutality going around. So he decided, hey, this is a hot topic. How can I bring attention to myself? And I was talking about this on Facebook, and it was like, well, he's not really bringing it. That's exactly what the hell he's doing. Because when you're a player and your play diminishes, so does your brand. So you have to do something to keep your brand and yourself afloat. So you create attention. He created the ultimate attention and decided he was going to sit for the national anthem.
What?
Now, all of a sudden, that is over and nobody really gives two crap about him. He comes out and say, hey, I'm going to stand. Why? Because he sucks. And he doesn't want to be this distraction anymore because you suck. And there's probably only maybe 3 or 4 teams that actually want you. So to brighten up your brand to those 3 or 4 teams, you decide you want to stand for the national anthem now.
I mean,
Get the hell out of here.
I was with you at first because when he first started it had no direction. It was just, I'm going to stand or I'm going to sit. I'm not standing until I feel like it. And I'm like, what's going on? But he eventually elaborated more and was able to string together a couple sentences about why he's doing what he's doing. And I mean, it's whatever.
You want to know where that came from?
And
it's just like the people make the argument, well, he's done a lot for the community. Of course he has, because it's in his freaking contract to do that.
I mean, he gave
but
money,
when you got that much heat coming behind you, obviously, yeah, you're going to say a lot more about it. Because you brought the attention to yourself. So you have to say it.
His brand probably suffered. Like, ain't nobody buying nothing from Colin Kaepernick last year. I don't think that was for his brand. Maybe to stay relevant, or like you said, to maybe he's not 2012 Colin Kaepernick no more.
Our 2 minutes is up against Cap.
Okay.
Now with another second. On to Charles Oakley. Oak got treated like, was it Nat Turner?
What?
Out of Birth of a Nations.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God! They drug Oakley out the garden. Supposedly, according to James Dolan, that he was being a distraction as soon as he entered the garden. Is that any way to treat one of your legends?
I mean, honestly, I think I really don't care about what James or whatever his name, what Charles Oakley. I mean, you go in and you start kicking people and slapping people in the face. I mean, that's what happens, bro. I mean,
do you think that's what really happened? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think Oakley came in there and started smacking people up.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, I don't understand. Like, you start smacking people in the face, you're gonna get kicked out. I mean, I know he's frustrated that the Knicks don't do a good job with their legends. Like, Patrick Ewing has been an assistant coach for the Charlotte Bobcats / Hornets for like 12 years.
Yeah, it's been
in the Orlando Magic, and no one wants to give him a job. The Knicks they do a terrible job as far as keeping their legends in the Knick pool. Except, what's his name? Clyde Frazier. He gets to do the announcing. That's it.
Mr. Tacky ass.
Yeah.
But what I found to be